in the War3Station Cup, we continue with Korea versus Russia. On Northern Isles, that is. Who's going to face Fortitude in the grand final of this $560 two-day cup? Chaemiko. He defeated Infi recently, and I was never allowed to say that he's bad in Human Mirror again, but let me say it is still not his best matchup. HawK, though, he thrives in human versus human, if it's not against Infi or TH. So he must feel comfortable. How's the ping? That's the question. A lot of Europeans have issues at the moment with Long Life, UU, you name it. So that is pretty important in this very matchup. Let's see how he fares and if he can make it into the grand final.
In the grand final waiting already is another human with Fortitude. Schneesen, thank you very much for the sub. And Anonymous, thank you for gifting 3 subs during the break. That's very nice of you. Thank you guys so much. Dude, I just got into the kitchen and one of my roommates made breakfast. And she moved in recently and she brought a sandwich maker. And she made the classic sandwich breakfast. You know what I'm talking about?
No. What's the classic sandwich?
As kids growing up, we made that so many times. It was the sandwich maker, right? And then you take toast, bread, like the normal white stuff that basically tastes of nothing. And one slice of the cheap cheese.
Mm-hmm.
In German, it's called the Scheibletten cheese. I don't know what it's called in English. And one slice of salami. Then you smack that together, put it in the sandwich maker. And then, to top it all off, you also have cocktail sauce.
What the fuck? I've never heard about that.
Really?
No.
I thought this was like a uniformly accepted children's breakfast or children's meal.
I've
Dude,
never heard
we ate
about
that so often as kids, so often, and it always turned out the same way. We started eating, it was pretty good. You were in like 2 or 3 pieces, and then the cocktail sauce really started to take its toll, but you kept on eating because it tasted good. And after a few more bites, you would always feel sick. You would always be like, oh my god, dude. Oh, I don't feel so good now. And oftentimes I would feel almost like vomiting. Chat, did you not have that as children? We had that all the frickin' time. Some white trash breakfast.
That is the first leg of the series. Oh, I want to leave. That seems to be okay, HawK with some chit chat here. Creeping his expansion right away. For the crystal ball, he seems to be of Todd's opinion that it's not the best item at all. Chaemiko not going for this chat at all. Francis Grove the Bees can be pretty nice. HawK creeping is natural, but moving away from an expansion, taking to tier 2. Chaemiko does the very same. With a different creep route though. Better consumable, or gets the consumable instead of the permanent item, and going for the lab. This is something we've seen from HawK a lot in the past. But this time...
It's a pretty predictable creep route nowadays, and HawK wants to pressure it. But if he doesn't steal the last hit here, isn't he in big trouble? Chaemiko falls back, does not commit to the big boy level 6. Okay. Alright, I guess you can force your opponent to not get level 3, and then you are the player more aggressively positioned. Alright, there's definitely merit to this opening. But there's certainly a big experience deficit.
You catch up on it now by creeping the green spot and the Murloc at the same time. Is that gonna work?
Big last hit. Who gets it?
Chaemiko got it.
Oh, Chaemiko got it. Yeah. Ooh, now he's 1 kill away from level 3.
And the footman doesn't look too good after fighting the Murlocs. Nice one. That is level 3. Oh boy, that's rough for HawK already.
His boots are so good as well.
Oh,
Might be able to force this AM into a TP.
Chaemiko messed up the militia creep and lost a peasant because of it. So certainly not a perfect play so far. HawK going for boots now himself with a lot of gold. Reach potion comes in really nice. And then breaker time, I guess. Big question on this map always, who gets the marketplace? And when will we see a blizzard transition? I think on this map this is the most common.
We've also seen tier 2 expos quite a bit. Oh, this is nice by HawK. He's stealing. The Ogre Warrior is going to get a nice item here. Oh, ring and crystal ball. Todd, how do you like those items?
HawK is stealing one of the trolls here. So has his level 3 now as well. It's actually ahead. But there's still the natural for Chaemiko. HawK might be in to contest this. And to delay it. Oh, nice sentry ward. Knowing exactly when Chaemiko is expanding and or creeping. Pretty obvious, so could be revealed and killed. In the meantime, Mountain King second and Sanctum time. Same for Chaemiko.
HawK is getting a few nice creep pickoffs here. Does it also always surprise you how hard this lab camp is to creep? It looks so easy, and then there's inner fire and slow, and suddenly nothing's taking damage anymore.
HawK got the
Chaemiko
item.
comes in, takes out another footy. What is that now? 3 footy kills?
Loses the item though, and with boots, oh, they're probably gonna lose another footman each. Okay, seems good.
Oh, MK coming in. Stormbolt. Can he force that TP?
Counter MK. So no second Stormbolt. Nicely prevented. Footman and Water Elementals are kind of chasing. Backs off now.
These are pretty damn good MK items. Mucho tank. Boots also great.
Second Sanctum for Chaemiko is incredibly late compared to HawK. First priest, more footmen moving out. No tier 3 yet, just mass priests and the spell. So what did Chaemiko get to delay the second Sanctum? I don't really know.
HawK was one of the latest people to appreciate Rings of Protection. I remember very vividly some games by him where he had double rings, was playing Alchemist, and sold both rings. Normally he doesn't do that anymore, but at the moment still hasn't given over. Dude, this is so many tank items for HawK's MK. But he needs to give him over as well. On the AM, tankiness doesn't do that much.
HawK got the item from the right-hand side lab and from the marketplace, so that's 2 big steals. Chaemiko has not too much to work with. Healthstone going the Russians' way, and he's expanding on the back of things. Militia called to the middle.
Crystal ball reveal might see this. If he was looking. Alright, finally the items on the MK. That looks good. Man, he's tanky. That's also a lot about how much damage he can provide, how many Stormbolts he has. Chaemiko now knows about this expansion, and he's not really in a position to counter, so I guess he has to go all in.
That's... I don't know. Not optimal, I think. Stormbolt on the footman, level 2 MK, so clap or bash. There's no mana, so I guess it's bash. Oh, man, this is a rough fight for Chaemiko, losing 2 priests right away. And the third one, oh my god.
Killed some priests in return though as well, and the footy numbers now do matter. It's only 2 footies left for HawK, where it's 5 for Chaemiko. Militia are of course helping out. If that arcane could finish, that would be amazing, but it's a lot of damage towards it. Oh, peasants getting targeted next. Perhaps this arcane can in fact finish. HawK doesn't quite have the high numbers here. Where are all his priests? They kind of separated away from the rest of the army. HawK now aiming for the AM with the Stormbolt, but can't kill him. Can't even force a TP.
Now focusing the tower. That's a relatively easy cancel. Finally, the priests are back. Chaemiko did a great job in separating them from the rest of the army with like a split squad on the left-hand side of this fight. This Mountain King is a little bit out of position. Breakers block the way now again. But yeah, for an all-in push. I don't think this does too much. Level 4. That's certainly great.
Oh, the region scroll also pretty nice right here. HawK is completely out of lumber. It's a hard time reinforcing. He has gold, 500 here. That's looking okay. Needs to hold on longer. Chaemiko, of course, still in this all-in situation.
Even building footman again. Because he has so much gold and low lumber, as you say. Stormbolt, Mountain King, down to 1/3. But yeah, now the items come in very handy.
Good priest micro here by Chaemiko, really good. Mass repair on the tower. HawK is perhaps overcommitting to this tower. Doesn't get the kill. Priest once again pulled back. And he's gonna be forced into this Hellstone pretty soon, probably. But level 4 now for the AM.
Breakers looking okay. Last Stormbolt on this priest, but there's 6 more. It's so many priests. So much to spell. These water elementals can't really do too much. And another breaker. Oh, safe to the back. Tower about to finish though.
Oh, this Arcane's gonna make such a big difference. This is gonna be so much mana burn. It barely finishes. HawK has to take it out, and he does.
Oh man. 2 more priest kill on the line. That's the first one. 48 supply bursts, 54. Is HawK running away with this? Getting 2 more priest kills. And militia called.
Chaemiko is only a single priest. The sustain so low now. This looks like HawK might be pushing him back at this moment.
5 breakers. That's when the militia comes in super handy. And the footman reinforcements as well. HawK spending all his gold constantly. No bank at all. And that on 2 bases.
Breaker numbers. Still looking good, but where are the priests?
Stormbolt.
Oh.
Can he reach it as a bash? He's dead! Oof. Still chasing. No. Oh my. Stressful game for both of them. Pretty cool breaker mirror so far.
Thank you, Jack Mayall, with a 6-month resub. He says, "You guys rock. You rock. You rock."
Osterhasser with a 15-month resub. Soon your time of the year. Hope you enjoy it despite the quarantine.
Oh wait, is it? When is it? 12th of April or something, right?
Next week. Lots of breakers about to fall for Chaemiko. Breaking upkeep because he needs to follow up. HawK at 60 and so much sustain. Still a big advantage on this Archmage, but for how long? Priest numbers for Chaemiko are getting better.
Still down in supply, but some of that might be economy, of course. Oh, 1-for-1 breaker trade right here. The blacksmith in the main for Chaemiko could never do anything. Didn't go for upgrades. He was under so much pressure, perhaps he couldn't afford to.
Chaemiko's losing so much now. No mana. There's another bash. I mean, he has no other chance at this point. He can't retreat, and the expansion pays off too hard.
Yeah, seems like HawK's got this. Only chance that Chaemiko really has here is a hero kill.
One
HawK's
bash.
paying attention on this MK. The ring and talisman, actually really nice for this MK.
Yeah. Lots of peasants. Pickaxe battle in the peasant line. Thank you, Naskitch, for the 2-month resub. Keep it up, guys. Will do. And now it's Control Magic about to be finished, but we're not waiting for that. And HawK takes map number 1. Despite lag issues, despite being unhappy about his items. So 1-0 for the Russian.
Yeah, it looked like he was in a bit of a tough early game position, being aggressive there on level 2, trying to slow down Chaemiko, trying to have more aggressive positioning on the map. But then Chaemiko got the level 3 and was like, uh-oh, that's a dangerous spot now. But he stole some more items, got the level 6 guy, got the ogre guy as well. And that expo worked out, but that was razor thin, man. That was really close.
Cool early with the 2 guys being so aggressive on the map and trying to go for the steals everywhere. Good movement. They know each other for a long time, of course. HawK, quite some successful weeks for him. 2nd place in the WGL Open Qualifier. Now 1 map away from another final in a Chinese tournament.
Yeah, the Open qualifier was tremendous for the Europeans, wasn't it? First and second place going to Europe/CIS. Foggy played in this tournament also, played in the early rounds against Chaemiko and lost there 2-1. Now, HawK might be getting the revenge for the West. The loser here, of course, will be facing Colorful in the best of 3 third place match.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Decomposed. Thank you for the 16 month resub. I wanted to say months in Spanish, but I realized I didn't know what it means in Spanish. What is months in Spanish?
I don't know.
Wait. Es.
Is?
Die mes.
So
It means DSC6. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong.
I think
DSC6.
your Swedish anthem was better than that.
Dude, I saw the VOD just to check out again. People loved my anthem, bro.
Yeah.
It was the highlight of yesterday.
People always love when other people embarrass themselves.
It's a whole TV format. It's called reality TV.
The highlight of yesterday was, by the way, by far War3Station. If you haven't seen that series, go out of your way to watch it.
Yeah. After my singing of the anthem, that's true. Map 2. Concealed Hill. It is. Have you had any breakfast yet today?
I had a little bit, but
What'd you have? Did you have pasta and...
what? For breakfast?
Yeah? Maybe you still had some left over from your pasta with shrimp?
No, that was I think Wednesday or something. I think I cooked on Wednesday. No, I had what I had. Like 3 slices of bread. Something. That's pretty much it.
Man, I was thinking of shrimp again. Now I would love to go to Nordsee again. I feel like I totally didn't appreciate Nordsee for like 25 years until finally I did. And then there's people out there who don't eat any fish, who say that they find it disgusting. How? How can that be?
Well, the smells sometimes kind of gross. So maybe they were exposed to that before eating any fish, and then...
Well, you've been to my apartment, Neo. You know I'm very resistant to smells.
I know. So, looks like a join bug. Oh, yeah, game failed. Let's do this again.
First time today. Fingers crossed that it won't happen too much.
We had a bug. HawK. Yeah, seems like HawK has a couple of connection issues today. It's so weird to see a Chinese player with the name Mouse enter in this game. Which is, of course, PCG. The troll?
PCG. He was once the 3rd best island in the world, Neo. Did you know?
PCG
Did you not sleep too well, Neo? I feel like you're getting very easily aggravated today.
Ah, all good.
Oh wow, he dropped hard in the ranks. PCG is now number 8.
He should just be banned.
WC3 made it up to 7. Hells
What
yeah.
the hell?
I played against WC3 a couple of times on ladder. He was playing random though.
What did WC3 win to climb the ranks?
That's a good question. War3 Info can perhaps tell us. He played the War3 Info League against Dark, winning 2-0.
Well, that shouldn't help him too much, I guess. Well, after a long time of inactivity, maybe. Join Buck again!
Wait, is this the one that doesn't work?
I'm not brave enough to click on the OK. I'm just waiting for the text to update.
Yeah, we're patiently waiting. We have a long day of Warcraft today. No need to get all up in a fuss here. Gonna have the ESL open later.
You
Since
ready?
We do have a bit of time. We can look up who's playing.
Are you ready for another happy foggy final?
Dude, I love the Happy Foggy finals.
I like most of them, but sometimes just just get over with it. Like the last one was super one-sided. I haven't seen Foggy this week at all, I think, have I? Oh yeah, I have seen him in Huya. Last week he didn't look too impressive. Maybe he was a little overplayed after the WGL qualifier grind and then Sunday evening. Maybe it was a little too much. Thank you, Potahari, for the Prime sub.
So we have playing the Muslim, for example. Happy HawK Hunter is back.
What? I haven't seen him in forever.
Knopf. Wait, is Foggy not playing? I think he hasn't signed up yet.
Well, you know, these pro players, they always sign up last second so they don't have to sign up and then come back for the check-in. Which is horrible for anyone who has to make seedings, by the way.
Todd also playing. Alright, it's going to be a lot of fun later. At the moment, about 90 or so players. Probably going to have a few more signups. Yesterday, how many players was it at the end in the B2W Weekly?
Checked in, 151.
151, hells yeah.
Signed up 180. And the next signups are already up. I created them yesterday night. Since we have funding for 5 cups, all the 5 tournaments are created on Challenge. So head over there. Back to warcraft.com/weekly. With that being said, we have our game with a 1-0 lead for HawK. Match points. Pushing for the grand final.
HawK changed colors away from periwinkle to snow. Does that mean someone stole his periwinkle blue color?
Maybe.
How evil.
To snow. Some people would call it... What's the difference between white and snow, Mr. Color Aficionado?
I mean, that color I'm calling the way it's called in-game. Like also, black is called coal. I don't know if there's actually a color where the name is actually coal. But in the game, I think, if I remember right, it's called snow. And there's also wheat and peanut and lavender, one of my favorites. And mint is one of the green ones. But I'm afraid, Neo, I forgot the other one.
Yeah. Do we have a Mountain King somewhere? No. Double Archmage again. No clappy clap into the peasant line. So CH it is. That is Chaemiko's map choice. So will we see a variation of the human mirror? Will we see something else than Break a War?
I don't think so. Question is, could this be an expansion?
Kind of hard. But it feels like the tier 2 expansions are becoming more and more of a standard these days. Like tier 1 is super mega risky, so no one really does it anymore, but not going any expansion also is a very rare sight.
Yeah. Normally tier 1 expos only on maps with merc camps. We see it on LR a lot. We see it on Echo also quite a bit. But yeah, other than that, tier 2 expos more so a thing. Especially on Northern Isles, where it's pretty damn easy to creep that one. You can even creep it early, as we saw by a HawK in game number 1. So, different creep routes here. Chaemiko going for the lab creep first. HawK once again going for more of an aggressive opening. Going for the smaller camp. Wait. He already got level 2. Did he steal the last hit? Chaemiko got level 2, of course, from this camp. But HawK also got it.
Hero Footman. It's pretty much the same that we've seen between Chaemiko and HawK, with HawK taking it in the end. So, yeah, I feel like this lab creep is too... like... people use it too much. Especially Chaemiko goes for it every time. So people, like... their opponent starts to punish it harder and harder. Chaemiko kind of needs to find a way to prevent this or work around it. And so far, he's doing a great job.
Yeah, killed off one footy. Another footy forced back. Chaemiko just simply has way more footmen over here. Perhaps HawK cut some for a faster tech. More peasants by Chaemiko. This is looking a lot like an early expansion.
Huh.
A player's forces are under attack.
Interesting. On a map with one of the hardest gold mines. HawK is teching? But yeah, that was a lot of losses, right? Down to 27 only. Archmage scouts things out. And that is a late expansion without mercs.
HawK needs to go for the boots here. His AM is too hurt.
A player's forces are under attack.
And almost has the gold. Good pressure though on this AM. HawK's first hero is so hurt already, he can't really pressure the expansion creep too easily anymore. Damn, this expo feels hella late.
We are 4 minutes in, but...
oh, HawK, does he smell it? Does he smell it? Hell yeah, he does. Footy's running over there right now. Oh, AM trying to distract. Smart play by Chaemiko. HawK, though, he realized this is happening. But some of the gnolls will be taken out already before HawK arrives up here.
That's an easy water elemental, not going for the last hit to get the experience, rather going for footman and militia. So this null over. Oh, 2 footmen super hurt in the back, and the poison's still running. Chaemiko's Archmage in trouble as well. More footmen falling. Only focusing this Archmage here. That's a lot of space for the footman in the back. Archmage out of this fight. Level 3 for Chaemiko.
Could be level 3 also for HawK if he gets this footy. Oh, Chaemiko moved his footy into the corner so he can put more damage on the enemy footies. But that was the level 3. Tier 2 for HawK is almost done. This would be a classic Panda second kind of time.
Yeah. Which is a big commitment, as it falls off very hard in the late game. But that's the big advantage of the early tier 2 tech, that tier 2 hero push. Chaemiko didn't start it yet. He will be down to Archmage and Footman for a long time.
Naga second.
That's
right.
That's very all in.
Good against the footies right now. Will be horrible against the breakers later.
I mean, with a 1-0 lead, why not? Your map is last. This is a good opportunity. You know that your opponent's tech is late. Naga is amazing against Footman. Big invo potion triggered already.
Whoa. That was very fast. Speaking of very fast, Naga with the boots, quite speedy. Oh, going for the arcane. If HawK can cancel this, this would be such a big deal. Doesn't have a water elemental ready at this point. Does now.
And that's a kill. Okay, tier 2 so far. Doing well. Naga is coming back too. And says hello to the Archmage. Has great inventory, by the way.
Damage. Good thing there's fountains.
Committing to this though, right? Yeah, just following.
It's also going to be daytime very shortly, so then there's no more fountain bathing for free anymore.
And the water elementals again cancel the 2 towers. HawK is playing so well.
The priests are coming, and the priests are going to make a massive difference.
Gotta be super careful about this Archmage though. But
yeah.
the Naga not only use offensively to kill stuff, but also slow down everything to keep this Archmage safe, and now Chaemiko's in trouble.
Oh! If the Naga comes in from the other side, this might be a TP forced.
A so-called reach around.
And here comes the priest.
A player's forces are under
First
attack.
priest, massive impact.
And HawK still has the water elementals here. There's no mining going on.
Yeah.
This expansion is such a big commitment, but it's not paying off even like 7 minutes 30 in.
Great job with these elementals.
HawK and Human Mirror, man. It's oftentimes a beauty. And Militia Call. Big push coming.
Ooh, the AM. Oh my god, he's almost dead, the militia! Woof.
A player's forces are under siege.
Could have perhaps forced the TP right there or found a kill. Again, tower cancelled. And with no arcane at the expansion, this is looking so grim for Chaemiko.
There was definitely a killing opportunity for HawK as Chaemiko turned around for a second, didn't realize it. These footmen, these priests are very protected by pretty much buildings and towers now. Chaemiko tried it on map 1, didn't work. But I feel like HawK has a way better shot as he has access to the peasant line, walling this off. Good mana, good sustain. Chaemiko, you have to stall time, but how?
Player's forces are under attack.
This is looking almost hopeless. Chaemiko creeping the merchant, trying to get level 4 and get a heal scroll. Perhaps he could even get 2 if he waits a little bit.
Okay, Chaemiko gets a new neighbor. Would love to see a shop, but yeah, this is great. Right in his face.
More pressure towards the main. Perhaps trying to reduce slumber. So the Sanctums might be later. 40 numbers are still high here for Chaemiko. But he never got defend, did he? So Water Element was always good against them.
Yeah. And now the double arcane is up.
Yeah.
He can always retreat to this position. And if there's a shop, it's pretty much a sanctuary for him.
I've never seen this natural look like this before.
Me neither. HawK is even going Sorks. That shows you how confident he is. Like, breakers are so far away.
Oh, Blizzard. That makes sense. I don't know, are they so far away? 2 Sanctums are coming.
Needs priest first.
I guess the thing is, with HawK now having 2 base income, he should always be able to have the superior breaker numbers. 2 Sorks, and then go into breakers. I think that should be the call, and that seems to be the prio for HawK as well. Chaemiko waiting for this MK. It's gonna be out in a second.
Yeah, but more peasants falling. Footmen as well. MK is out, not getting surrounded, so it's time to snipe these priests, the Sorks, with good control on the MK, leading to a kill regardless.
All right, Chaemiko, how can you wiggle out of this one?
HawK is breaking upkeep. Shop for Chaemiko now.
So sick right now.
Will he get a breaker first? No.
You have to get priest first, I guess. Sustain's just too good. Oh, Stormbolt's around! Chaemiko finds an opening. Onto the Naga. Takes out the second hero.
The Archmage
Big
gets away.
experience for the Mountain King.
Archmage still not 4. That's a lot of spells for Chaemiko. Maybe this game is not over. But Naga level 1, right? So easy to get her back.
very soon.
Still no breaker. Blizzard is great into the casters, but HawK moves them away easily. Archmage diving for the Mountain King now.
Oh, so close to the kill, but the level up saves the MK, but only for a little bit. It's taken up by the breakers. Nice surround on the AM, but there is still a TP available. HawK trying to run out, and does manage to. GG!
Damn.
2-0 for HawK.
That is really, really impressive. I did not think that this would be so kind of one-sided. Great decision making, Naga paying off big time. And then this expansion was just, I mean, super smart, but amazing to see as well. HawK loves this matchup, and boom, 2-0 against one of the best humans in the world. Granted, not Chaemiko's best matchup, but we get another human mirror, and this is what I'm looking like. I'm looking forward to that a lot. Fortitude human mirror is always fantastic. It's very, very different. Let's see if HawK can catch up with that as well. But first, we're gonna get the game for third in the War3Station Cup. It's gonna be Chaemiko versus Colorful, coming to your home screens in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.